What do you do if you have your quarterback? Okay. And I don't care if he's a bridge quarterback, if he's a tester, it doesn't matter. The Pittsburgh Steelers are looking to win a Super Bowl in 2025. They're looking to get over the hump. They're pissed off. The fan base is pissed off. The NFL's laughing at them like they're a joke. It is time to get this right. And that's going to be the mindset going in the offseason. If Justin's your quarterback, if Justin's the guy that you are going to build a team around, what do you do? Where do you go? And how do you build a support system for Justin Fields?
Weapons. I mean, you can say build a better offensive line, but your hope is health and consistency are a better thing in 2025 than it was in 2024. Like you mentioned earlier in the show, you get Troy Fautanu back. He starts at right. You move Broderick over to left. You hope that gets better. And you sign a true, not a Dan Moore. He can try on the right, but he's really better on the... No, a true swing tackle in case one of them, God forbid, takes another step back and needs to be taken out of the lineup. That happened with Broderick. He got taken out, and then he was forced back in and forced to stay on that right side. He was locked into a position that he shouldn't be playing. So you hope that one minor switch and some consistency and a year 2 jump for a guy who was named to an all-rookie team today in Zach Frazier, and a year 2 jump for a guy that showed flashes in Mason McCormick, and you hope that the line figures it out. But then you need to go out there and you need to get weapons. Right? If Najee Harris is gone, you need Caleb Johnson, we've talked about. Quinshon Judkins scored 3 freaking touchdowns yesterday. That guy would be helpful in the Steelers offense. You go out there and you get one of these very talented young running backs, or maybe you get an Aaron Jones, whatever. You need to get talent to put next to and pair with Jaylen Warren. And then you need at least one, probably 2 wide receivers that are able to come in here and get open on a consistent basis. The only one on the Steelers that could was George Pickens. And he's not even a guy that gets open. He doesn't get separation. He just doesn't need separation. You need somebody that's going to get separation. Is that Roman Wilson? Maybe. Is that Emeka Ibuka in the first round? Maybe. Is that Luther Burden in the first round? Maybe. There are options. Is that, Devontae Adams if he becomes a free agent? He said today that he doesn't know if he can go to Washington because he doesn't want to give up 17. Well, you don't have to give up 17 in Pittsburgh. The last one to wear it was, why can't I think of his first name? Trenton Thompson.
Shout out Trenton Thompson for time.
Trenton Thompson. So you don't have to give up 17. So maybe it's Devontae or maybe it's T. But the point is, get weapons. And Zach Azzani, who I liked what he did in year 1, for the love of God, teach these guys that when there's a scramble drill, because if Justin Fields is the guy, there will be plenty of scramble drills, come back to the ball and get in the line of sight. Because that didn't happen nearly enough this year whenever the Steelers quarterbacks were under duress. So teach them that and go out there and get more talent around Justin Fields. That's what they need to do.
I agree 100%. And the Zach Azzani teaching the guys to come back to that is huge. And that is a veteran move that the Pittsburgh Steelers did not have last season, but it showed who they had. They had Van Jefferson, who worked in LA's offense where there was no scramble drill. If Matt Stafford was under pressure, there was a sack. That's what happened. You either ran your route and it worked, or you ran your route and it didn't work. That's what Van Jefferson knew how to do. George Pickens comes back to the ball unless he gives up on the play. And Calvin Austin's a guy, it happens. Calvin Austin's a guy that I think is still developing, needs to learn these things. But I agree with you 100%. That would be huge. And that comes with veteran play. So that's the second part of this is you have to go get weapons. And you can't not go get the biggest weapons possible. This can't be we have George Pickens, we're going to go get Christian Kirk. No. You have to go get T. Higgins. You have to go get a first-round pick. You have to go get Devontae Adams. You have to go get DK Metcalf, if DK Metcalf is available, which people are talking about he is now. You have to go get Tyreek Hill, who is apparently available as well. Like, you have to get these guys. You can't sit there and say, we have one, it'll work out. No. Calvin Austin should be wide receiver 3, and Roman Wilson should be wide receiver 4, and you should have enough guys where you have to come up with playing time. You have to truly earn playing time in Pittsburgh. Nothing should be handed to you. All right, football fans, things are getting real. Whether your team has made it to the conference championship or not, there's still plenty of ways to enjoy the games. Get in on the action right now with my partners at DraftKings Sportsbooks. They're offering all new customers $200 in bonus bets instantly by just betting $5. Don't let this slip away. Download the DraftKings app now and sign up using our code ALLSteelers. The crown is yours. Stay in on the action and use your $200 in bonus bets on DraftKings same-game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. Combine multiple bets together from the same game. Love the thrill of live betting? DraftKings has got you covered. Bet live in-game progress right as they are happening, making watching the games that much more exciting. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and have the shot to win cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use my promo code ALLSteelers and bet just $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code ALLSteelers only at DraftKings Sportsbook. And the second part of this is you got to give Justin the reins. You got to, building the offensive line is huge. Weapons is huge. The coaching staff is huge. Justin Fields has to be the guy that is always with Arthur Smith. Justin Fields has to be the guy that you sit down at the beginning of the summer and you formulate your defense or your offense, around Justin Fields. What do you like to do? What can we do better here? How did we operate in those 6 games and what can we change? How do we use your legs? How do we use your arms? Who do you like to go to? He should have say in some of these free agency moves. Make him a franchise quarterback. Even if he's not, even if it doesn't work out, build this as if he is. And if it doesn't work out, what? You end up with T. Higgins. You end up with DK Metcalf. And you go, oh, damn it. Didn't work out with Justin. No quarterback's going to like these guys. Every quarterback's going to like these guys. I think you sit down and you operate as if last year Russ was the guy. All of the Steelers' decisions based itself around Russ. Do the same with Justin Fields. Make this his offense. See what happens in a year. And that's the thing about the Pittsburgh Steelers. They don't sign guys to 3-year deals worth $75 million or whatever the number will be unless they could get out of that contract in year 1. If they can leave, just like the Patrick Queen deal, just like the James Daniels deal, just like the Isaac Seumalo deal, just like the Mason Cole deal and the Nate Herbig deal, and all of the Cole Holcomb deal, all of the deals that the Pittsburgh Steelers have put together over the last couple of years, they all fall under the same jurisdiction. After the first year, if you do not work, you are gone. They do it constantly. They'll do it again. So operate as if you could build this around Justin and see if you can. And if you can't, well, okay, great. You try again. But if you're looking for a Super Bowl, if this is a real, you're going to try it, you can't view Justin as a bridge quarterback because that's just not, that's what you did with Mitch and it didn't work. That's what you did with Russ and it didn't work. It's time to, it's time to find the guy, and you might as well just start treating every single one of them like it is. Think about Kenny Pickett. When the Steelers gave Kenny the offense, it worked really well. But that second year, the Steelers gave Kenny the offense. Like, Kenny Pickett was the quarterback, the guy that all offseason long, they operated as Kenny is the dude. How do we make this offense the best it could be around Kenny Pickett? You have to do the same thing with Justin, because that offense was terrible, but it was built way better than the offense that the Steelers had this year, because they actually had talent. They just didn't have an offensive coordinator. They had the opposite of an offensive coordinator. They had the worst play caller, maybe in NFL history. And now you have a play caller. Build an offense around your quarterback. See if it works. If it doesn't, try again. If it does, awesome. You just found a diamond in the rough that everybody else gave up on. I think that's where you go from here. And find him a good backup quarterback, like a good veteran. Go get Joe Flacco. That actually might be a great move. Go get Joe Flacco and just say, teach him how to play quarterback. Go get Tyrod Taylor. Teach him how to play quarterback.
If you get Joe Flacco, the only rule is you can only sign him to a 1-year deal, and he has to sign an addendum with Cincinnati that he plays for them the following season. That way he can just finish checking off the AFC North team boxes.
I think that's a real, I wouldn't shut that down. Like, if Joe Flacco was available and the Bengals needed a quarterback, they'd call Joe Flacco. they would call Joe Flacco. That's what I'm doing there. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. There's plenty of time left, a lot of negotiations. The storyline is just starting to heat up. But, man, it feels like Justin Fields is going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback in 2025. And to be honest with you, I'm a little excited about it. I'm a little excited that it's working out the way that it is because I was a big Justin guy a year ago. I have not lost that faith. It tempered for a minute in training camp, but it's back.